Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duck Bricks. I'm Chris, and I just got a chance to go to LEGO headquarters in Denmark, where I was shown a presentation celebrating 15 years of Ninjago and showcasing some new stuff for 2026. While I obviously can't talk about most of the crazy exciting things I saw in that presentation, there is one set that has been revealed, and that is, of course, the Ninjago Legacy Four Weapons Blacksmith Shop. This is one of the most anticipated sets of next year, and I actually got a chance to sit down and do a full-on early review while I was in Denmark of the set itself, which I already published last night. But now, let's dock into a full-on presentation and designer interview, where I got a chance to sit down with the legendary designer Lee Chi-Wing, hear about how he designed the set, how it all came together, and see the set be officially unveiled for the first time. So let's dock in right now.
Hi again, I'm Lee. I'm a model designer at Ninjago. I'm super excited to show you guys this model. I've been waiting for 2 years to talk about this. And without further ado,
Yo!
this is 71858 Four Weapons Blacksmith.
Oh my God.
For those of you who are not a hardcore Ninjago fan in the room, you may not recognize this humble-looking blacksmith shop. But this is the location where the very first scene of the very first episode of Ninjago happened. And for those of you who are Ninjago fans in the room, I hope I delivered, because I believe this is a model that you've been waiting for 15 years. So this model is designed to be a complete model, so you can display and look at it at any angle. And to access the interior, you don't lift the roof, but instead you swing it open like this. And then this chunk of roof you can pick off, so you can access the interior, which is full of details and references that I will save for the interviews later. But there's a feature here where there's a button in the roof. When you press it, the sign falls off and reveals the all-important map of the golden weapons. I think this model is also pretty unique in the sense that we don't always do models at this scale, which is quite close to minifigure scale. So of course we have to fill it up with minifigures. And this set comes with 5 minifigures.
Yes!
And
finally!
Of course, we have the trio from the opening scene, so we have Master Wu, remade from the Palace seasons, and we have Blacksmith Kai, finally with the actual Blacksmith Kai torso.
Oh my God.
And then we also have Pilot Season Nia, who has back printing this time. So, and then we also brought back their parents, Ray and Maya, and Ray for the first time has the Serpentine War flashback outfit, so hopefully fans are excited about this. But with all these legacy sets, we also have this exclusive collectible, which is part of the thing you saw earlier, and you get to collect them and build the stands together, and you will find out later what this is.
Oh my God.
But now, we pass the time to Dimi.
Yeah! So this here is set number 71858, officially titled Four Weapons Blacksmith 15th Anniversary. It comes with 1,259 pieces and retails for a very fair $100 US, 100 euros, or 90 British pounds. It'll launch on January 1st of next year, and this is one of my most anticipated Ninjago sets yet. Of course, it comes with all of the key characters. Kai finally in an actual show-accurate blacksmith uniform, Master Wu, Nia utilizing both redesigned versions of their appearances in the pilots, plus these Serpentine War versions of Ray and Maya. It also comes with an exclusive Elemental Master of Earth, one of the 7 exclusive collectible minifigures across Ninjago Legacy sets coming out next year. The Elemental Master of Earth, who we now know is named Benton, is a really interesting character to get, and when I was predicting which figure we would get for this set, I honestly thought that we would get Lily instead of him, but given the comic focusing on the strike of the Serpentine, it totally makes sense they would include this version of the character for the set, and I think the minifigure looks phenomenal. That's the one piece of the reveal that we were not shown back in September for Fan Media Days, and it was really cool being able to speculate alongside everybody else as to which minifigure this would be. Of course, the set is hiding a ton of secrets. There are Easter eggs to the original blacksmith shop and the way the anvil is built. There are all sorts of different references to the way the blacksmith shop is built up in the TV show. There's even an inclusion of the original weapon as seen in the very first Kai spinner. There are so many amazing secrets here, and so let's go ahead and get hands-on with this set, sitting down with the legendary LEGO designer Lee Chi-wing as he walks us through the process of designing this set, which he said he's worked on for literally years. Alright, so I'm here with legendary LEGO Ninjago designer Lee Chi-wing, who is responsible for some of my personal favorite Ninjago sets of all time, honestly. Yeah. The Transforming Jet Mech, the Source Dragon Emotion, Dragonstone Shrine. I think those are like some of the three best Ninjago sets in recent history.
That means a lot.
Seriously, it's the truth. And now we have this. Could you introduce yourself and tell us a bit more about this model?
Yes, so this is the Four Weapons Blacksmith, of course. It's a model that I hold very dear to my heart. I said it at the presentation that I've been waiting to talk about this to see your reaction on it for 2 years. And if you know about this development process, you know usually things are in the oven for 1 year. So why did I say that is because I actually built the very first sketch model for this a year ahead of time.
Wow.
Just to sell the idea. Because this blacksmith shop has been thrown around almost every year, I think, when we talk about, oh, what's the cool thing we want to make for fans. But every year there's something else happening, right?
Sure.
Like in 23 there's Dragon's Rising, of course, we'll focus on that. So we made a way for the city markets. And you know, in 25 when we talk about it, very briefly we immediately say, hey, we're gonna do it in 26. But you know, deep down I'm worried. What if this happens again in 26? This is our one chance to do this set justice for the anniversary. So I really want to make this happen. And you know, a lot of times when we before we build a model, people just look at that one screenshot from an animated show 15 years ago, right? And it may not sell the idea as well as seeing it built as a model. So I went in, there was a week of downtime in the office, and I was like, I'm going to do it.
Iconic.
And also, part of me is also a little bit skeptical because I don't know what you think about the blacksmith shop itself. When I look at it, I know, of course, fans will be super excited. That's what they want. But is it a really cool building to build? You know, the design of it is a very, as I said in the
it's a humble building.
It's a humble looking building. It's a box with half of the mass being roof. It's not the most interesting thing to build. So part of me as a designer, I also think that way. Like, is this going to be a good product? So I really want to build it out myself and see, you know, if anyone ever bring it up again, should I actually support this or go against it and say, you know, this may not be a good product for this size. So I built it and I am convinced myself, so I went on and convinced the rest of the team. We have to make this. This model, you may not see it from the outside. It's a very involved build. It's probably one of the most fun build I think
I can see like some great studs in the side techniques. Like you made it more interesting because the base has this elevated detail to it where you have the rock work and the studs in the side builds for that.
Well, we also really want to make sure this is like one display piece that you can like show around, and you know, that's also why we didn't include the water tower or like the side bits, because we feel like it kind of takes away from it. And it's also stuff that easy enough. I hope fans who want it, they can just sort of build themselves. I think the house is the main thing. The most difficult part of this entire build, believe it or not, is these 3 columns in the front.
Really? Why was that?
Because they are decorative in a way, right? They are not really going to be supporting, especially given that I want to do this. This middle one has always been such a headache to do because it's overlapping the split line. So it took me a lot of tries to see what exactly I can do to make sure that this is strong enough. And actually I can show this as well.
I see the trading cards.
The trading cards.
But you had to, because this was not... It initially wasn't structural, is what you're saying, so you had to make it feel more...
it also has to support the roof in a way, so it has to be structural. But it's a 1 brick thick thing. Like, it's not really structural. And at the same time, when you swing it open, people could do this, right? So it also has to be strong enough. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's a very involved build to get this column in. You may not even notice it's actually all upside down.
Oh, whoa.
And it's all because I really want to eliminate the gap at the top.
Yeah.
When you do the little L-shaped support, it really touches the roof.
There's a lot of very interesting things going on. Like, these are on an angle here.
Yeah, this floor texture was also something that I'm really happy I get to keep from the sketch model. That's pretty much my first trial. That's what I did there as well.
Awesome.
But at the time I was like, there's no way they're gonna let me do this.
And you did, yeah.
And this window is also quite funky the way it's built.
Yeah, this is a very, very interesting build. You made it very interesting despite it being, as you said, like kind of a rectangle with a roof. I feel like there's so many interesting techniques all throughout it.
Yes, and when you build the base, you're gonna be questioning what am I even building, because that's the comment I got at the meetings, but in a nice way. Like, it feels like a puzzle piece. You build a lot of little bits that connect together, and suddenly it becomes.
Can I see the
a
underside?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Spoiler alert.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on in there. Yeah.
There's also, I mean, a lot of work going into actually making this on budget.
Yeah.
Because when I pitched the model with no idea, like,
I
just
didn't know
did
what
it
the budget.
myself,
Right.
So I don't know what's the budget. I didn't think much about it.
Yeah.
Everyone was on board. By the time we have to finalize it, we looked at the price and was like, it's so over budget.
Oh,
There was no way this could fit in. And marketing came to me in the first thing and says, do you think we can like make this open back and cut it half or something, or shrink it? And like, no, this is the size.
It has to be enclosed.
It has to be this. Because one thing with it, I mean, of course I know the older fans want it to be enclosed. That's the comment we always gets. But also, the forge is on the back wall. So if I cut out the back wall, it will never be accurate. So I said, let me do my magic.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
Dude was docked in.
I will get it on budget, don't worry.
Makes sense.
And I actually managed to keep the whole footprint of the house exactly the same. So
very impressive.
So you're not being schemed. Nothing was robbed from the
amazing.
original sketch. It was just built way more efficiently.
Right.
And if I may say so, the shapings and everything is also a lot more polished than the sketch.
Sure.
This sign was also super difficult
because you have the play feature
sure
of the
that
map.
these stops at the right distance from the top, and then also this sign, like everything about it is. I think it was also a very different design experience from making your own stuff. This almost feels like working on an eyepiece.
Right, because you have such a strict source material.
A source material, and I don't know if you saw this cool Easter egg of the Don't Step.
I saw that, yeah. I mean, speaking of Easter eggs, there's a lot of really good ones in here. You obviously have the Hands of Time blade there.
That's not.
Is it not it? Is that not it?
Bricks by Mind said the same thing, but if I take it out, and if I take these out.
Oh, are they from the spinner?
Yes.
These are the spinner
all
weapons.
The weapons from these sets are actually the weapons you get from
I recognize
the
those.
and the original spinner set, which I think is a really cool reference. Another really cool reference that people may not know this is the way the anvil was built. I'm not 100% sure because we've done so many blacksmithing things over years. But from what I checked, the only one that is built similar to this way with the tooth piece and the inverse slope is the original Blacksmith Shop set. So this is like my one reference to that set. It's still slightly different because I want to do the round wood base to it from the show. So it's cut like one plate shorter. So we have the more modern 2-plate tall brick there instead.
That makes sense.
And there's the gong. I'm sorry, there's no icon in it.
I was going to ask about that. Did you ever consider putting the Hands of Time icon on there?
In the end, this is more about the pilot season, right? And
sure.
in the pilot season, there's no icon there.
Okay.
So we're like, maybe we should go for this one.
Right.
But I know it's going to come up, and I mean, we talked about it a lot. We go back and forth.
Yeah. Because, I mean, with that, if it was a sticker, you could just leave the sticker off if you really wanted to keep it to the pilots.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
It also adds into the budget, right? So
that makes sense.
Even if I were to just put one more sticker here, it will make the sticker sheet more expensive, then something else might have to go.
Interesting.
I also want to talk a little bit about this map. Which was teased at the
I remember. That was
a pretty
the
cool thing. I never expect them to do it. Again, I know this is not the show accurate map.
Yep.
I really wanted to do that
Just
one.
getting ahead of
but
the comments.
It couldn't fit inside
Yeah.
for the play feature we want, and we really think that should be there because it's a large part of the scene.
Yeah.
So instead, I said, we can also reference that montage when they were talking about the history.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you look at that montage, it's the exact same
It is the
map
exact-
from
okay.
there,
Nice.
which I think is still a pretty cool reference.
Yeah, and I think, we saw that image come. I don't think anybody complained it wasn't the exact
Yeah.
map in the show. Everyone just thought it
But
was
it
cool.
would have
so.
been a really cool chance to get the show accurate.
I agree. Yeah, there's some nice little references. Like, that photo is directly, like, the show portrait of Ray and Maya. What is this a reference
That
to?
one is literally what's on the wall.
Oh, it's just on the wall. Yeah, because that wasn't
It's a painting you see whenever they pan over there.
some,
I think
some Will film creation or something.
The one thing, and also you get the extra helmet and the armor.
Yeah,
So you can
put on Kai. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Very, very cool.
yeah, and how much time do we have?
We've got like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can also talk a little.
Yeah,
bit
we
about
should talk.
the-
I have a lot of questions about the minifigures.
Yes. That's the way.
So Ray and Maya here, obviously this is an interesting selection of figures.
Yes.
I'm going to start with Ray and Maya because we have them in the outfits.
Speaking of which, I want
Yes.
to mention one thing
Yes.
before I forget again. This is gonna be a family build, so
Okay.
it can be built
So you have
between
the family.
1 to 4 people,
Yeah.
which is why this is so perfect
Yeah.
to fit the whole family there.
That makes sense.
It's a super fun experience. I was actually asked to do the test build the other day with 3 other guys.
You can literally build together.
You really feel like now a family, you're part of the family, and build a family house.
Very nice.
Yes.
But no,
Go on.
it's so cool to finally get these outfits. Literally yesterday I was in the car with Sean, and we were like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we got the Serpentine War version of Ray?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we probably won't, but that would be really cool. And then we see it today.
Yes.
I am curious, was there ever a consideration to try to do the arm printing? Because in the show he has those
Yes.
like flames on his arms.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Next time, maybe.
I really, yes, next time.
Yeah.
Support us so we can make it to 20th anniversary.
I know, right? Yeah,
I will
of
try
course.
to fight that battle again.
Yeah, in 5 years, yeah.
yes.
Do it again.
But there are 3 things that I said to my boss in the beginning when we start developing this. That 3 things have to happen.
Yep.
One is Blacksmith Kai.
Yep.
It has to be actually accurate this time.
I know, yeah.
Can't reuse.
Just use
a
the
torso.
castle blacksmith, yeah.
So I'm really happy that happened.
Yep, same.
I know about the hair with the bandana. Again, it's just, we have to make the tough call.
Is the regular hair not in production anymore?
Not in the color. So it's gonna be a color change if we have to bring it back. And that would mean something else have to go.
It's almost kind of funny that the more expensive dual molded piece is just like,
Yes.
oh, we have to do that one because it is the one in production.
And I really explored every possible way to make it not. But in the end, we also think, even if it's the
such
one
a common hair
without
piece,
the...
it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's also, even without the bandana, it's not the show accurate one. Because there's no way we can bring back that old
the
soft
rubberized
plastic
one. Yeah.
So we're like, maybe it's not worth it to give up something else for
Yeah,
that.
not worth it fighting that battle. I agree.
I hope fans who get this set would have the original hairpiece and they would just put it on.
Yeah.
I would love to see how it looks.
That's the first thing I'm doing as soon as I get the figure.
Well, when I get this at home.
Nice.
And I'm also really happy that we actually get.
You have back printing for Nia? Yeah. Is Maya's face, because this is a single set, is this an existing head?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because it's interesting because in the Serpentine War flashback she had like very prominent cheekbones to show she was a bit older, but then for the season 7 sets we got her with a new face but without those.
Yes.
So I guess it just made sense for you to just use an existing face for that character. And of course it's a new one for Ray here. I love the smile and a very angry expression.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can see the graphics designer actually get one extra mile, because on the show it's just like the front going back, and we're like, that doesn't really make sense.
Yep.
So
you gotta
they
do
actually
something
went in and designed it so that I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get this figure for myself.
Same here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the 2 other things I just stopped mid-sentence. The 2 other things, one is we have to go for the pilot version instead of the Dragon's Rising one, because that was the discussion. But I think any fans who've been looking forward to this set are the ones waiting for 15 years.
Right.
And it has to be as accurate as they remember from their childhood. And then the last thing is that it has to be a complete building, because
Completely
I feel like
enclosed, which you
that
did.
is the right way to go.
I agree.
Shall we move on to
Yeah,
the next
I think
thing?
we got to move
Yes.
on. But thank you so much.
Yes.
This has been awesome. And yeah, stay tuned. More interviews to come.